go.
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
Ship Hope found drifting colonist. Hope to be left at the edge of. Wanted.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left to drift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
All right then.
You're a block of frozen meat, and I like you already. If you were any more composed, you'd be a symphony. You're like that Spectrum potato chip, unruffled. You've got a once-in-a-generation mind.
Oh.
You have an unnerving talent for reading people. Swift as a cheetah, also less extinct. Slippery fingers. You'll need to be careful handling those chemicals. This one could twist a marauder's head off. If I had this one's charisma, people might actually talk to me. Ooh, they must have been feeding you Spacer's choice rations. 2 left feet, huh? No matter, board outlawed dancing years ago. I'll have to use smaller words around you. You're about as subtle as the Spacer's choice mascot. You won't be quite so boring after you've saved the entire colony. You'd need a navigational computer to find your temper. If you were any more composed, you'd be a symphony.
Well, I think charm and temperament is pretty good. Wish I had more to this, but well.
If we're ever captured, I'll let you do the talking. I hope we haven't lost that silver tongue to frostbite. Good. I need someone with an instinct for self-preservation. You are going to paint this system red, my friend. A pugilist! How exciting! You had a hand in everyone's pocket. Look at that! A real scientist! Like barking orders? Good. We're used to being bossed around. Look at that! A real scientist!
Scientist. What? Like, is my controller doing something? Hmm. Thing is, bureaucrat.
Working your way up to provisioner? Handle bits for a living, huh? I can be reasonably sure you know how to add and subtract. Well, you are technically assisting me.
Well, not say scientist then. Let's start with. And then no. Anime. Wee. Now vertical. Here. That's just take it here. Oh. Like Reggie. Two-hand meal is well the best I can do. Oh.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
Please power down your engines and prepare to be...
Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
Status. Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down 11%. Skip drive.
Shit.
Inoperable.
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? Bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck!
Remember the hope.
Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry. I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
Is it an orbital drop?
Should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste. Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
Well, it's not the worst way to go. Well, it's not indeed. It's toggle, eh? Well, he's dead.
Easy now. You've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Ow.
Hey, you, come here. You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, law, that stings. Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange from my report. Spacer's choice doesn't like us accepting outside help. Better, thanks to you. I might have bled out on my own. Or worse, had to go begging the boss for some Adrena time. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters. Spacer's choice policy clearly stipulates that dead and as good as dead are two completely different properties of matter. Unless I'm dead, I'm contractually obligated to attend to my post. I will report that illegally grounded spacecraft if it is the last thing I do. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh? Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Yes, nailed it that time. You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's Choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna. The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy.
Pick up all the stuff you have. One shot, eh?
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the hell? This...
Hmm. Inventory. Five shots per second. Light. Physical. Damage 20. Damage per minute. Damage per second. Rounds per minute. Quick time. Reload time. Crit chance. Crit damage. Max range 200 meters. Lead. Forearm with 3 armor. And right now I need dehydrated water. Oh. 10 of 80, alright. Did you know that sprites are found on every human colony world? Did you care? No. I did not. I stealth kill them. I guess it works.
I smell blood.
Well, that's your friend.
Gonna find you.
Yes, I'm gonna go back and warn the guy that I'm done. I killed him. We can go out now.
Thanks for patching me up.
Okay. Let's go then.
Hey! Get over here before you get yourself killed! Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Gall on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about. Really? How is he? Shouldn't have done that. Spacer's Choice family ain't authorized to receive medical aid from off-brand physicians. We'll see him back to Edgewater, just as soon as I cross these marauders off with the swift, cost-efficient fury that's made Spacer's Choice the most trusted brand in personal defense. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs some.
Alright. I guess I have to give you a 0 on my customer satisfaction survey. Bet you could get smarter than you with the owner.
Well, sometimes. Management's real good at cost-benefit analysis. But, seeing as I'm the acting manager in this situation, you know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. Then it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Here we go. Company ammo.
I just earned a fine bonus.
Did he explode? He's over there. In pieces. Rest in pieces, man.
This is gonna take a lot of paperwork.
Where's the other guy? Oh, I see something over there. Oh, oh, oh. Ah, 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 ah. Fuck! Someone teleported behind me. Loud game. Don't pick a fight you cannot win.
Hey! Get over here before you get yourself killed! Don't know where you came from. Skull on that. I'd slap him with a... Really? Shouldn't have done. We'll see. I just. Well, You know what?
Here we go. That's one down. I just earned a fine bonus.
Well, they are done.
Marauders, deserters, illegal landing. What is this colony coming to?
Well, it's not a lot. Died somewhere here. Yay, died. The light pistol, 100. Hmm. Bunch of nanners.
This is gonna take a lot of paperwork.
I can go into the ship. Or I can explode. Okay, I'm gonna have a fight. How do you use secondary? Wait. I need to strict controls. I don't know. Is that quick save? F5. Ah! Points available. Yee. 5 into that and 5 into that. Like. Earth points. Hmm. Neutral, neutral. Hmm. Oh. I don't have heavy ammo. Repair. Weapon parts. I can repair later. Ooh, fuck. Some bullets left. Lean boy. Those monkeys are tough. Weapon modification, you boy. Supernova difficulty. Huh. I'm a proud monkey hunter. Are you sure I haven't forgotten anything? Let's watch the inventory. Weapon modifications, say. Ah, scanner. I need. God damn it. Is this a cave? Oh, I didn't see you there. Well, out of ammo. Resident. It's my shovel now. Have a map here, have a map. All wreckage. This game so far, good. I like it. That's good and all. Let's leave everything then. Steven. Hunting rifle, long gun. Like, Games Tavern, welcome to stream, mate. How are you doing? Doing alright? I need to look up how to switch consumables in this game. Because I don't know how to switch consumables. I don't know. Other worlds. Switch consumables. Yeah. Ah, I see. So I need to like. Ah, so what I put in here affects what is there. So it's like I have 200% natural health regenerations, and then healing. Like, yeah. Still waking up, laying in bed, trying to understand the meaning of life. It's to practice. That's the meaning of. I don't know. The meaning of life is what you make it. The meaning of life is what you make it to be. If you decide on something, depends what you want. Practice sleeping. No. Practice thinking. Practice dreaming. I don't know. You practice what you practice. Monkeys. I used I am primal brain. I'm used like I have a quest I need to go to, of course. I decided like, hey, let's explore instead. Now I'm finding a lot of things here. From the planet to your living room. So far it's pretty good, I will say. Well, I guess let's save. Let's save. Is there any more? But pretty much it's space game. You can go around and explore like this. And well, some may say it's Fallout, but much better and in space. Let's say like this, if you like open world first person shooters, then yeah, it's a pretty good game. I just pick up everything. You never know. Viewer OS coming online. Warning, power failure going offline. That one gaming furry. Welcome to the stream, mate. How are you doing? The viewers. Power failure. I lose the power of science. I'm just like explorer. God damn it. Gonna break that lock. Is that a bird? Where are they going? Connection! Regain. Viewer says online. Responding. I'm doing fine. Good to hear, good to hear. I wonder why they ran away. Weird. This, okay, they are coming. Yes, you can slow time vending machines. Buy, sell, buy. I don't know. Armor. I don't will have any. I don't have your bits 100. Yeah, I have money. Block 5, Attack 7. Is that locked behind something? I can repair. My own armor as well. They have different things. Weapon parts. Let's see what I can sell. Still all. Yeah, not yet unlocked the ability to sell to vending machines. I need to upgrade the hacking skill to do so. Oh. It's business time. I can enter. I will not explored everything. The enemy there. There's another enemy. Love. 10. Apply. Do I have any perks? Nope. Well, I could enter the station. That station as well. There's something on top of that. I cannot hack that yet. And I couldn't hack this, right? No, I don't have enough of that item. Something over there as well. I don't know if monsters respawn when you go in and out. But I guess there's something on the roof. I think I cannot go up this way. Do we have some bullets left? Well, let's head inside then. Nothing else. Messages. Mr. Braden, this letter serves as an informal notification of our company's displeasures towards your management of the Emerald Well geothermal plant for reasons related to exceeding your staff budget in your latest quarterly report. Please select 5 subordinates to be dismissed immediately. Additionally, please contact our office to schedule your official reprimand at your earliest convenience. Failure to schedule your official reprimand will result in an official reprimand. What is this game? The Space's Choice family would like to collectively remind you that working for Space's Choice is not a right, but a privilege. Mr. Braden. Wait. The esteemed members of the Emerald Whale Development and Oversight Committee, I hope this letter finds you wealthy. After due consideration of your last letter, I've identified and terminated no fewer than 5 subordinates who were unable to provide sufficient justification for their ongoing employment. I would like to remind the Oversight Committee that while the most of Emerald Whale has failed to meet its production and output quotas, particularly our agriculture and fishing/canning departments, neither of which are anywhere close to profitable, the Emerald Whale geothermal plant remains committed to providing cheap, cost-efficient power to the entire region. Okay. Mr. Braden, we have investigated the claims made against the profitability of the Greater Emerald Whale region. Our officers agree with you. Agriculture and fishing/canning have experienced a steady decline. While the Emerald Whale geothermal plant remains somewhat profitable, our officers are currently investigating ways to implement additional cost-saving measures, which will ultimately lead to a leaner, more streamlined, more efficient geothermal power plant. Please be informed that the Space Choice Development and Oversight Office is taking a significant insurance policy against the Emerald Whale geothermal plant The office would like to assure you that this insurance policy is a standard procedure. Do not attempt to interpret, read, understand, or otherwise extrapolate meaning from this decision. As a special courtesy, we have deployed a proprietary team of engineering specialists to the Emerald Vale geothermal plant. This team of specialists have been instructed to refit and upgrade the plant's population of automechanicals free of charge. Return to route. So, I guess the automation killed all of them, which is bad, to say the least. Yes, outside. First. I had to borrow your copy of the Young Space's Guide to Mechanical Engineering. Rate has been sputtering, and I need the reference. I returned the copy of the repair bay. Chaos everywhere. Mechanicals gone haywire. Gunfire! Hearing some screams. Oh, law. I think that was someone's leg. Would like to leave early for the day. Please deduct delinquency fee from my pay. Thank you. Proud to be a member of the Space Stories family. Everyone is being killed! I would like to leave early for the day. Thank you. Well, let's see what we can do here. We need a passcode. Sure. Hey, Chester Higgins again. That hullhead found him fiddling around with one of the mechanicals. I had to write him up for tampering with company property. Just in case I'm reading this a couple days from now, I'm feeling bad for what I've done. Let me just remind myself that I've warned him before. He's always been a little crooked in his skull. He was working on some logic module. I confiscated it. It'll be in my lockaway room for the foreseeable future. Doesn't sit right with me. Company's been replacing our guards with automechanicals. At this rate, I'm gonna end up a chief of security with no staff. Just a small army of mechanicals. talking about guns pointing every which way. Company tells us they're safe, programmed to treat us humans like their own. People are liable to break down, but an automechanical never will. I don't know. Does it sit right with me? But the company's never been wrong before, I suppose. Worst has happened. Mechanical's gone crazy. Locked myself down here, trying to gather my courage. Gonna make a mad dash for the control room. Might be able to shut things down. Will delete this entry if I ever return. Greetings! Security Suite S. Tanka. This is an automated message initiated by space to show its worker safety contingency protocols. A security lockdown has been initiated. This is not a test. Your behavior during this lockdown will be reviewed during your quarterly audit. Anxiety is a common side effect of life-threatening situations. Engendered by security lockdowns, fight back against anxiety with an ice-cold bottle of Zero G Brew. Zero G Brew, an ale that's good for what ails you. Well, the thing is, I cannot reach that locker. So I cannot unseal this. I'm not good enough for hacking to do that. Oh well. I'll come back later then. I'll come back later. Let's see what's over here. And thank you for the 1 pumpkin, Games Tavern. Appreciate it. Xeno Gonzalez, welcome to stream, mate. How are you doing? Robot phobia. Automechanos, give you the villies, and they are attacking your party. You're not as effective as you could be. Like, I'm afraid of robots. They're creepy. I could redirect it, but I could earn a perk point. I'm afraid of robots. They're creepy. Let's be a little bit faster. We can. Because sometimes you have some flaws in your character. But it's okay to have flaws in your character. Like robots. You cannot trust robots. Nothing in the bin. Seal day. Oh, I can sleep. Light machine gun. Guess there's nothing else around here. There's some abandoned camp. Oh well. Skip over there. I like exploring in games. And I can't. I don't need to do the quest right now. They look a little bit creepy. How much? Oh, 57. What were they all killed by? Nope. Oh, marauders. That's what happens when you fight this with me. Is this a cave? Yes. Stupid mines. Light machine gun. Well, If I have 401 bullets, and then we have this one. Hee. Brutes. Huh. Do you want to end your years in luxury and comfort? Do you dream of walking beneath the vaulted arches of Byzantium? Early retirement is really here. Early retirement day. Wait, am I stealing now? Expired. We'd like to invite you to renew to your subscription. All right. 13F. No one knows I'm stealing, right? No one is here anyway. This is burial ground, say. First, let's see if anyone's home. If not, let's steal. Become encumbered. Oh well. And in the town then. Whew.
Spacer's choice takes care of its own.
Is that the truth?
Another day at the cannery.
Don't go knocking your work. At least we've got work.
Cantina.
You read the latest report?
Only the part that said we ain't making our quotas.
Never seen you here before. You a visitor? Welcome. On behalf of the Spacer's Choice family, let me welcome you to where am I again?
I don't know.
Oh, I ask myself questions all the time. For example, why do we spend money on these fancy latrines when we have a perfectly good wall outside? Oh, it's fine. I'm only on my 3rd bottle. I don't start heaving up my guts as long as I can count to 3. Company lets me imbibe as much zero-G brew as I can afford. Even gave me a discount on account of my injury. You jealous yet? Yep. Got my mid stuck in a rotor wheel. Shredded my wrist up real good. Conrad went and sewed up my hand, but I couldn't do much about the pain. Boss was real generous to me, though. Got myself a 5% discount on zero-G brew. After the 2nd bottle, the only pain I feel is emotional. Hey, Conrad's a surgeon. Well, he's a barber. That's like surgery, but for your hair.
No.
I don't know you. Amelia Kim, Spacer's Choice Beverage Dispenser. I don't know what you're about, but this here's a Spacer's Choice drinking establishment. We're all loyal, hard-working company folk here. Am I that easy to read? Yeah, we've been having some problems lately. Loyalty issues, lines in the sand. I know where folk in Edgewater stand, but you, I don't know you. If you're gonna have a drink, I'd like to ask that you do it within the premises. Can't have you taking drinks over to those deserters.
Deserters?
Traitors. The lot of them. Bunch of folks decided they were tired of working and went out into the wilds to fend for their own selves. Town's already struggling to make quotas, even without that band of slackwits abandoning their posts. Bunch of lazy, shiftless rung leeches. Anyway, enough about them. What can I do for you? Do you now? And what makes you think Mr. Thompson wants to talk to you? He's a busy man. You want to talk to Mr. Thompson, try ignoring your duties. He'll summon you up to that great big tower atop the cannery, and you'll get yourself a proper dressing down. It is a good thing. If you're not pulling your weight, you don't deserve to live here. Simple as that. Go ahead. The Hope? No, I've never mixed a drink by that name. I could get you a rum and something if you like.
Rum and something.
Wait, no, never mind. We're all out of something. You feeling a bit flushed? Look, why don't you go set yourself down in the corner before you get all tangle-footed? Would you keep your voice down? You're gonna get the whole cantina written up. The Hope's folklore, all right? 60, 70-year-old folklore by now. The board don't approve of spreading seditious rumors and falsehoods. You're inviting trouble talking that way, and I don't want a part of it. Look, either shut your gob or stick a drink in it. We're done talking about this. Coming right up.
Hmm. Oh well.
It's alright. I got a lot to do.
The toilet, eh? Let's not steal anything then.
Been eating nothing but salt tuna for a year.
Nothing I can do about that.
Welcome to the Spacer's Choice Constabulary. We are Halcyon's leading brand in frontier justice. The office is writing up promotion. Purchase 3 criminal investigations and the 4th one's free. Know how to carry yourself in a fight? I've got bounties out for these 3 marauders. Cross them off and bring me their fingers. Just 1 per marauder, please. I'll dust off the old fingerprint roller. As long as your questions fall within the acceptable margins of curiosity. If this is a setup to a joke, you should know I've never found anything amusing in my life. I don't serve Edgewater. Edgewater and the entire region of Emerald Vale serves Spacer's Choice. Spacer's Choice is a wholly owned subsidiary of Universal Defense Logistics, which occupies a seat on the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, also known as the Board. I must admit it bothers me that you don't already know this. His likeness decorates many a wanted poster. Do you have any relevant information about this individual?
He's a scientist, really.
Something to report? As long as your questions fall within the acceptable margins of curiosity.
Sometimes I wonder what I'm doing with myself.
At least you got your home.
Hey, you hear about Wilson?
Heard Marauders gone in.
Just between us? Listen.
Please, Holcomb, I must explain this directly.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The cans bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure. It's, mostly on account of what we're feeding into the mechanism.
It puts food in cans. We have food, we have cans. Why won't it work like we need?
She's expecting saltuna of a certain size. We're filling the cans with, well, not fish.
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself. You were saying, Miss Holcomb.
It's just what Bess needs is a proper refurbish. I can bandage her up and what all, but she's just old. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'll do better.
And I do wish you'd stop referring to our cannery as Bess. Personification of company property is strictly contrary to the Spacer's Choice Code of Conduct. My apologies. I am not in the habit of allowing my guests to witness such a row. Now, what can I do for you? I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I must say, wearing a Marauder's outfit is in very poor taste. I do wish you'd show your uniform a little more respect. Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through. We all feel lost from time to time. If you're in need of spiritual guidance, you may avail yourself of our vicar. Outsiders are a rare sight in the Vale. If you are a freelancer, then I have use for you. There is pay to be earned, or supplies to tide you over, as you prefer. The sort of work for which I cannot spare my own people. I am in the midst of a difficulty, the resolution of which requires a third party. You. There's an old botanical lab, mostly abandoned now, but still eating up power from our plant, power which our cannery sorely needs. I need you to go to the geothermal plant and reroute power from the botanical lab over to us. Simple as that. I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there. No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters. Former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home. Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town. Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership. That reason was me. I asked too much and pushed too hard. But I am ready to make amends if they are willing to return to the fold. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Combat support.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk. We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
Okay.
Hey, ma'am, can we talk? Sorry. Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale. Oh, he ain't a liar. He believes every word he says. It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left. Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is. Thanks, ma'am. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways. Something you need? That's on account of how I never met her. She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here. It's sensible. Dad just fixed machines. She did some kind of crazy math, high-level stuff. Better to raise me on his time than hers.
So... let's see then. Journal quest. Speak to the Wickle then.
Sorry, I'll just be a minute.
You had a minute. Next one comes out of your pay.
Ease off the threats, friend. I'm going.
Boss's orders. We all got quotas to make.
So that's the church, I guess.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Hey.
Our place in the universe is fixed.
Hey there, Mary. Don't see you round here too often.
Oh, I just came to talk to the vicar is all.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling? This season's tossball predictions? The quickest way out of town? They who are not satisfied with their work are satisfied with nothing. No? How about, work fortifies the spirit. True exhaustion awaits idle hands. The OSI teaches that the Grand Architect set a perfect system in motion at the beginning of time. Contentment is found by accepting one's role in that grand plan. The Order of Scientific Inquiry, also known as scientism to the layperson. Mock me all you want. I know my beliefs to be true. You don't talk to the Grand Architect. Once the universe was set in motion, it stepped back. It has no concern for us. We will eventually decode the plan and all its intricacies. Once we are able to deduce the properties of every particle in the universe and its trajectory, we will know everything. The future, the past, each person's place within the plan, all will be laid out before us, removing struggle and bringing peace. No one will ever need question their path again. Some even believe this ultimate knowledge will unlock mankind's true potential, and we will all become akin to Grand Architects ourselves, after a fashion. Well, first there's the matter of the secret blood rites and animal sacrifices. I'm kidding. Seriously, though, to truly understand the metaphysics involved takes years of study and contemplation. I've never seen you before, and there's been no paperwork indicating a transfer. Half the time it's wrong, but a new worker without paperwork? Unheard of. Also, you lack the distinctive worker gaze. Usually either a deadening behind the eyes, or in some rare cases, a wild-eyed frenzy, like a trapped animal. Pretty universal here, except for Ms. Holcomb, who for some reason doesn't seem to have much to say to me. Isn't that right?
It's just... there's more to it all than numbers. Sorry.
I'm simply bemoaning the level of spiritual awareness in this town. Yes, but there are few who hear me in this miserable place. I must double my efforts to elevate my flock. These are good, hard-working people here. Yes, and thank you for pointing it out. It is wrong of me to succumb to distress. This place could be so much more, and I will continue in my quest to make it so.
What? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do? Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk. They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice? Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold. If it were as easy as a few soothing words in the right ears, I'm sure it would have been done already. Consider it a challenge. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume. One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book. I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption. It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious? It is not only a beautiful relic of a bygone time, it's also the thoughts of an early thinker on the nature of man's place in the cosmos. Not many in this colony could understand its true value, should they ever read it. Wonderful. This is fantastic. Well worth all the sacrifices I... Wait. What the fuck is this? Is this French? I can't fucking read French.
Ooh.
It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French. Ha! I was so high and mighty, preaching to the yokels about following the plan, while fighting it at every turn. There is little more important than such a precious, rare text. I've spent my life searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal equation that underlies the plan. I had hoped this book held some of those answers. I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to this plague-ridden backwater to find the damn thing. All the time and suffering I've spent. Wasted.
Ah. Yeah, he is not as kind as he let on.
Please, those dolts? Nothing could be more excruciating than discussing the true nature of reality with people who have no interest beyond their next Aetherwave program. But that's neither here nor there. What I need to do now is to find a translator, obviously. But to do that, I'll first need to secure transport. You have a ship. Perhaps I could make myself of use to your crew. Free spiritual counseling, someone to watch your back, not to mention a grown-up in the party.
I'm 28.
Exactly. I'm pretty handy with a tossball stick, or any blunt instrument, really. I'm also a passable gun hand, if it comes to that. I can usually talk my way out of conflict, though. Oh, I'm fairly competent at hacking computers as well. Well, understanding computers is, though I admit I took it further than most. And I was quite the 32nd back during my seminary days. Left many an opponent bleeding on the field. Of course, I'm a vicar who is dedicated to his calling. More dedicated than any other you'll find in this colony. I joined the OSI to help decipher the grand plan. But instead, I ended up the vicar in a prison due to ignorance and politics. Then I came here. Satisfied? It's the journal of one of the originators of the Philosopher's School of Thought, though it would be more than a century before it was perverted into that belief system. Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. But most of that came later. Bakonu had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Most laypeople are not aware of this, but we've not discovered any new insights into the plan for a long, long time. I had an idea that we should welcome the truth, no matter where we found it. I had the worse idea to share my thoughts with a superior. And that's the long and short of it. So, what do you think? Fantastic. Let me get my things in order and I'll catch up with you.
Edgewater's gonna miss you. Folk here always had good things to say about their vicar.
Thank you, Ms. Holcomb. I'll be glad for the change of scenery, and to leave this place behind. I shall see you on the ship, Captain, whenever you're ready to leave Emerald Vale.
Okay then. Interesting. I think I'll have to be right back for a few minutes. We'll continue to stream this. After I've eaten something, prepared a little thing, and I'll continue after a few more moments. I'll stop this stream now. I would like to thank you also for coming by. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I'll see you in a hour or so, somewhere 30 minutes, an hour. But I will soon be back. Thank you. Good night, good day, wherever you are, and I'll see you soon.